Oh, God, dude. I can't do it. I hate that shit. I'm so sick of that. What's up, dude? Good to be back. It's good to be back.
It's good. It's good to be back.
It's good, baby. So we was going over these.
We'll talk about some Hall of Fame today.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame players right now, and we have to pick 5. To me,
man,
Antonio Gates is in.
Antonio Gates is in for sure.
Antonio Gates is in. I think Jared Allen has to wait. I think Willie Anderson's waiting. I think
Terry's in.
I think that Anquan Bolden is going to wait. I think that let's see. I think James Harrison's going to wait. I think Rodney Harrison will be in over James Harrison. Torrey Holt and Luke Kuechly are both very interesting. I think that Luke Kuechly, as dominant as he was more dominant than any of those people I just named.
Vince Wilfork? How do you feel about him?
I think that he is right there with Luke Kuechly.
Yeah,
but he'll probably wait. But I think Luke Kuechly, the only knock for him is the volume isn't there for his stats, but the years of dominance comparable to Patrick Willis. I mean, they're almost identical stats. I think that Torrey Holt could easily get in here. But I think Luke Kuechly should be a lock. So I'm going to go Gates, Kuechly. Eli Manning I don't think gets in. He's going to have to wait a little while, I think. Robert Mathis.
Wow, Jesus.
Robert Mathis, dominant. I feel like he could he could probably get in, but who do you got in so far?
I mean, definitely Adam Vinatieri.
They always put a special teams guy in there,
yeah,
and Adam Vinatieri is the greatest kicker of all time.
Yeah.
So I think he gets in too. So I'm going to go Vinatieri. So I think he might be the only Patriot. You can't overload Patriots here.
I'm with you on Antonio Gates for sure.
Yeah.
Vince Wilfork, he's close for me, but I think I lean Luke Kuechly over him.
I do
but
too.
Also, I mean, it doesn't have to just be one of them. It could be both. I mean,
I just don't see them putting multiple Patriots in. It seems like they just won't do that.
3 or 2 Patriots. Why not?
I mean, Vince Wilfork could easily get in, but I think I would go. I think I would go Kuechly over Wilfork. I think.
Marshall Yonda.
Was dominant.
Come on,
I mean,
man.
Marshall Yonda was dominant. I think he's right there with Terrell Suggs, though. Terrell Suggs is like an all-time sack leader, like top 10 probably.
Yeah, Earl Thomas was like pretty high on there for me.
He's going to
start,
wait.
But then as I got down, dude, we got to talk about him. Eli Manning. What's the deal?
Yeah, I don't think he's in. Maybe he'll get in, but it won't be this year. I think he's going to have to wait some time. His numbers are not that great.
But they're good. They're really fucking
good. He
good.
turned the ball over too much, lost so many games. Never led in passing yards or touchdowns in the top 5, but he led the league, and he finished in the top 5 in interceptions and turnovers time after time.
Yeah, but you got to think
he
about
had some good playoff runs.
The accolades matter.
That'll get him in.
The accolades
matter.
That'll
get him in, but it's going to take time.
Yeah.
I think it'll take time.
I think it helps there's no other quarterbacks on this list this year.
That does help for sure because they could just put him in there. He's like – it's a big name. Like, he's etched in history.
Oh, yeah.
Beating Brady.
Over all of these guys, I mean, you remember Eli.
Eli's definitely – I think that he was just a mid-range quarterback, like, who he did have the run with the – but so did Flacco. Flacco had one of the greatest playoff runs of all time, arguably better. But
I think Flacco is going to be very close to getting in there.
He probably should. I mean, he won a ring, put off the back of that defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But, I mean, the playoff runs, it's the same comparison.
But Eli Manning had 2, though. That's the difference. He had 2
Eli's going to get in. I don't think he should be, honestly.
Come on, dude. That's
he had,
crazy.
he got hot. He got hot in 2
You're being biased.
Dude, the defense won them Super Bowls.
Yeah, except for the plays that whenever you need your quarterback to win, he made
2 throws in those series. You only remember 2 throws.
Dude won 2 Super Bowls.
No. The defensive line with 3 10-sack guys, Michael Strahan, Hall of Famer, Justin Tuck, and Osi
You're telling me the guy who has the most touchdowns or most passing yards in postseason.
This defensive line and this defense held one of the greatest duo, just about arguably the greatest duo in NFL history, Tom Brady and Randy Moss, to 17 points or 14 points. That game was dominated and won by the defensive line. And the Giants only
we're going to ignore the
it was a good playoff run.
We're going to ignore the passing yards stat.
What was the passing yards? Say it again. In the game, not in the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
I've already conceded that he had one of the greatest playoff runs. I'm talking about the game in itself.
But I mean, if we're gonna just talk about only the
Super Bowl. If you want to talk about stats, then how come he's never led the NFL in passing yards in the top 5 or touchdowns.
I mean,
because he was a mid-range quarterback and got hot.
I mean, does Drew Brees make it into the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yeah, because he led it every year.
He won Super Bowl and has all the
he does
stats.
I think the accolades mean a lot more than you're giving it credit for.
I told you he's getting in.
I think you're just shitting on Eli.
No, he's getting in, but he's going to have to wait. He's not getting in here. He's not getting in here.
He might.
If they might throw him in because they want to bring some more credibility and some controversy around the Hall of Fame and people caring in itself, to bring some more to bring conversation.
I don't think he should get in this year either.
I don't think he should get in. He was not a good quarterback.
He should get in.
He was a good quarterback. I'll take that back. He was a good quarterback, but he wasn't a great quarterback.
He should get in.
He's Hall of very good.
I mean, would you have Eli Manning's
I watched so many snaps.
Would you rather have Eli Manning's career or Aaron Rodgers' career?
Aaron Rodgers is better than Eli Manning.
But whose career would you rather have?
Aaron Rodgers.
He
won a Super Bowl.
He won 2.
That's fine. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback. That's just
true.
selfish. Maybe you can call me selfish for that, but
I don't know. I feel like Aaron Rodgers had more
of
talent around him time and time again, and just couldn't.
Definitely on the offensive side,
and couldn't do it.
Yeah,
again.
Yeah, he's definitely a letdown in the fact that his talent should have won 3.
I feel like Aaron Rodgers
should have won 3, right?
Aaron Rodgers was another one of those guys that kind of just benefited off of his Hail Mary ability. I don't know that Aaron Rodgers was that good.
No, he was that good. Dude.
No, I know. No, I know. We watched it. We saw it.
Yeah.
I think
I don't like the guy.
Aaron Rodgers just like fucking Matt Stafford to me.
No, he's better than Matt Stafford. Yeah, pull up the numbers. Dude,
I bet they're fucking close.
No, I bet the turnovers are insanely I bet Stafford has almost 100 more turnovers than Aaron Rodgers. The efficiency and the ability to lead an offense, he was so efficient, Aaron Rodgers, and unbelievable on the run. 10 times, honestly, I'm gonna say 10 times better quarterback than Stafford. Stafford's great. He's a Hall of Famer. I would take Stafford over Eli Manning if I was building a franchise. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a guy who's top 10 on the back side of 10, I think. Just because, and I think what puts him there is the fact that he should have won probably 3 Super Bowls, projecting of his talent, but his attitude and his lack of leadership is what made him only win 1.
So Matt Stafford has 30 less games played, 28 games less played. More passing yards average per game.
There's a reason for that. I can explain that though.
What's that? What's the reason?
The fact that Detroit was just always behind, and there was so many volume. There was so much volume from Matt Stafford because they were always behind, and Aaron Rodgers was so efficient. Look at the completion percentage. Look at the lack of interceptions on these stat lines, and you'll see that he was so efficient. There was years where
he was super efficient for sure.
Yeah, but Stafford was always playing from behind. Drew Brees had a lot of that too.
Aaron Rodgers, yeah, exactly.
Drew Brees had a lot of that too.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers only had 3,000 more passing yards on his career,
That's a good
which
drive.
is kind of surprising, that it's only that much.
Say that again.
Aaron Rodgers only had 3,000 more passing yards total
than
Matt Stafford. 65% completion percentage for Aaron Rodgers, 63.3 for Matt Stafford.
Yeah, I'm surprised it separated more than that.
Yeah, it's close, man. It's close.
Say the interceptions though, and the fumbles.
112 for Rodgers, 187 for Stafford.
That's a gap.
492 passing touchdowns versus 370.
Yeah.
But also you got to consider that talent too, man. You've got to consider the talent. Where's the fumble?
Oh, I like Stafford. Stafford's a Hall of Famer.
I'm saying consider the talent that Rodgers had around him versus the talent that Matt Stafford
Yeah,
had.
because let's go through it. I mean,
he had one receiver.
Devontae Adams or Megatron. We'll go Megatron, but Devontae Adams was great.
Are we going to go Megatron? Because he had fucking Devontae Adams for 8 years, 9 years.
I mean,
Stafford didn't have Calvin Johnson that long.
He had him for 8 years. He had him for a while. Stafford was in 2009, got drafted. Megatron might have been there a little bit before, I think. I would imagine 2007. When was Megatron drafted?
From 2009 to 2015 was 6 years.
That's pretty solid.
Versus what, the 10 that
I think
he had Devontae Adams?
No, I think it was a little bit shorter for maybe 7.
Well, you got to consider he's got him right now.
That's true.
And they're fucking 3-8.
Yeah, they suck.
But you got Matt Stafford with talent, and he goes in there and wins the Super Bowl immediately.
Yeah. But Stafford has been a turnover machine and has dropped a lot of games. He has a lot of fourth quarter comebacks though.
Yeah, that's why I think they're very comparable.
I just think
the talent around Aaron Rodgers was a lot better all those years. Coaching staff, running backs.
I don't disagree with that, but
receivers, defenses, everything.
But
everything's better.
Definitely the defenses.
Nice, good catch by Debo Williams.
That was nasty. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback. When you watch it,
he is a better quarterback.
He's a better quarterback. Yeah.
Right now, he's not.
I don't even like Aaron Rodgers, and his lack of leadership is a concern. But if I was
Are you talking
drafting a
about
team,
for Rodgers,
I'd take Aaron Rodgers over Stafford.
I would probably take Stafford. Injury, not considering. Not considering if it's the injury-free vacuum.
I'm taking Aaron Rodgers regardless.
I think that
I think that Stafford's like a top 25 guy. I think that Aaron Rodgers is a top 10 guy.
Dude, these college games are crazy right now. Yeah, I don't hate that take, but I don't know that Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame quarterback.
What? No, he's first ballot.
Is he?
Yeah,
He might.
Aaron Rodgers is
He might
first
go
ballot.
ballot. He had some crazy years.
Yeah,
But
dude.
I think the Super Bowl matters.
He's one of the
man.
greatest quarterbacks
I
we've
think
ever
the
seen.
lack of wins matters.
And I don't even. I hate. I want to say I don't like Aaron Rodgers. He's kind of an asshole.
The lack of wins matters.
He's gonna be first ballot.
He probably will, but
Yeah.
I think Eli Manning will be too. And should he?
No,
Exactly.
no. Eli Manning's not gonna be first ballot, and he shouldn't be.
It depends. I guess it depends who Rodgers is in there with.
I think Rodgers is getting in.
The good thing for
I
Rodgers,
will say this though, T.O. did get hit by the attitude. Like he should have been first ballot because he's like number 2 all time in touchdowns, number 2 all time in
ridiculous.
yards.
You might be right.
And he
You
didn't
might be
get
right
in,
on
but
that.
they shit on him because how like they said he was such a cancer in the locker room. That was the narrative.
Yeah.
His attitude, like he was always like
For sure.
piss poor attitude towards the game. And the old heads that are voting him in, it's like they don't like that shit.
So I got.
Here we go. Hang on to the ball.
So I've got Antonio Gates is obviously going to be.
I
in
think
for
yeah, he's in.
Me.
He's one of the
Adam
greatest
Vinatieri.
top 5 tight ends.
Hines Ward, dude.
He's
a 9-time semifinalist. It's about time.
It is about time, but you know who was better? Reggie Wayne was a better
better.
receiver.
He's a fucking 6-time semifinalist,
yeah.
and he probably should
And
be
you
in.
know who else is just as good as Reggie Wayne?
Steve Smith and fucking
Torrey Holt.
Anquan
I'll
Bolden
take
are
Reggie
close.
Wayne. I'll take Reggie Wayne over Steve Smith. And no knock to Steve Smith. I just think that Steve Smith didn't have Peyton Manning for fucking 10 years.
That does hurt.
You know?
That does hurt. Cam Newton
But
and then who?
Steve Smith, if he would have had somebody like
who
that.
did he have before Cam Newton? Who was the fucking quarterback?
Jake Delhomme.
It was like
And
all
Jake
over the place. He was
Delhomme-
all right. Yeah,
Jake Delhomme was like an 82 overall his whole career.
Other than that, the Panthers have not had a good history with quarterbacks.
No.
It's been bad.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton.
What was his name? Kerry Collins and
Chris
Chris
Collins,
Weinke
yeah,
and,
Chris Weinke, I remember him for sure.
who was the fucking? They had another quarterback that was pretty.
They were all over the place.
All
They had
over the
like
place.
two. There was like maybe like two
Cam
season
Newton's
guys.
like the best they've ever had. Cam Newton's the best
That's
they've ever
sad,
had. He won the
man.
MVP.
That's really sad,
You know.
Yeah. And then he couldn't dive on a fumble. How about Russell Wilson sitting there waiting on the fumble?
One of the greatest heads-up plays I've
Just like
seen
subtle
all year.
plays.
Yes. I'm looking at that play. I almost texted you when I saw it.
That was amazing.
I'm just like, dude,
Just
way
waiting
to
on it.
just like
Just be ready. Just be
paying
insane.
attention
Just
and be
in case.
dialed into the game.
How about Jameis Winston making the tackle and Cedric Tillman fumbling?
Oh yeah, that was big.
He was
too.
already downfield.
Yep.
He was already running downfield before he ever
That
fumbled.
was big too.
He was right there.
Just heads-up plays from veterans who were just going to be
Yeah.
there when they're needed.
For sure, man. For sure.
Yeah, that was. I was just like, God, that was such a heads-up play by Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I got Hines Ward, Vinatieri, and Antonio Gates. Those are like my 3 that I'm like, and Reggie Wayne. I get the argument for Reggie Wayne, but dude, the longevity from Hines Ward was crazy.
Can we pull up? Let's pull up Reggie Wayne versus Hines Ward stats.
It's close,
And I will say this: the numbers are going to be
the longevity.
overwhelmingly. They're going to be like the numbers are going to be so pro Reggie Wayne. But what we're not going to see here is the ability to block downfield. Hines Ward is arguably the greatest blocking pass or run blocking receiver there's ever been, and Anquan Bolden was great too. But Hines Ward was just unbelievable in the crack blocks and just taking guys' heads off downfield.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think that's why you're going to see.
Don't get the recognition it deserves.
That's why you're going to see guys like George Kittle get in.
Oh, George Kittle should end up being the first ballot, but I don't know if he will.
He's got a lot to go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull it up. I had a head-to-head on the other one, but it's not pulling up like it did on the other one, which was really nice the way it pulled it up.
Hines Ward probably has like I'm gonna guess Hines Ward has 75 touchdowns. Maybe less than that. And
I'm sorry. Let me just go to
Reggie Wayne probably has like
this
80
stat right here. When was this posted? It was fantasypros.com. Hines Ward or Reggie Wayne? Who should I start?
Fantasy Pros is a good website.
Week 12. What year was this?
2011.
It's not all the analytics are not even on there.
Oh, that sucks. That's a
wild.
cool little
That's
like
pretty
time
cool
capsule.
that's
Though.
on there, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see the comparison like side by side. It's hard to pull
Anquan
it
Bolden.
up.
I would take Hines Ward over Anquan Bolden. I'd take Reggie Wayne and Torrey Holt over Anquan Bolden and Steve Smith. I'm not trying to shit on Anquan Bolden, but I think he's like.
Dude, Campbell's balling out.
He is. He's probably got 100 yards at this point.
Oh, he probably has a lot more.
Yeah. Marshall Yonda, though,
All right.
is going to get in, and I think he is first ballot worthy.
Yeah, Hines Ward did have the longevity. He played, arguably like a season more worth of games. He had 19 or 21 more games.
He wasn't as physical as Hines Ward, though. That's why.
Hines Ward had the more games.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, 21 more games played.
Oh, so is it
Campbell.
the 2?
Campbell to the 1.
Oh, Campbell. That's right. Sorry.
Hines Ward had 12,000 receiving yards. Reggie Wayne had 13,500.
Okay. It's a little closer than I thought.
1,000 versus 1,006 receptions. So that's a squash.
Okay.
Reggie Wayne had more. Touchdowns, 85 and 80.
Really?
Hines Ward had 5 more touchdowns.
Really?
And 21 more games played.
Okay.
With the
21
blocking.
more games played. That's a whole season. That does help, but.
Yeah, I thought longevity was a little in Hines Ward's favor.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm taking Hines Ward over any of those receivers,
I don't hate Hines Ward over. That's a touchdown.
dude. With the blocking, too, I mean.
I don't hate Hines Ward because the blocking was
The
phenomenal.
blocking was phenomenal.
Yeah, I really
Oscar
thought
Adams.
Reggie Wayne was the better pure receiver and route runner, but he got the ability to play with Manning all of his years. If Hines Ward got to
Come on, man. Hines Ward played with fucking Ben Roethlisberger.
he had Tommy Maddox too, though.
That's true, but still, come on, man.
And but yeah, he called a juicy.
Had a
He
massive
had a juicy
fucking-
6
I
or
mean,
whatever
when
it
did,
was. He had a juicy like 6 or 7 years with Roethlisberger, and Roethlisberger's prime too.
When did Big Ben get drafted?
2005.
2004.
4. Okay.
So, yeah, he had 7 years with Roethlisberger.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all right, man.
That's
I think
fair.
That's fine.
Yeah.
When did Manning get drafted?
Peyton,
Yeah.
2001. 99.
98.
99.
His
Oh,
entire
okay.
career. Reggie Wayne was in 2001, so yeah, his entire career was with. Which is fucking why they have
It
so
does
many
help.
stats.
Yeah,
together.
yeah. I mean,
Like,
honestly,
give me Hines
Ward.
Give me Hines
I think
Ward,
that, yeah. I came in thinking Reggie Wayne, but I think Hines Ward's the better,
Yeah, and
better
whenever I think about
receiver.
it too, I do think about Hines or Reggie Wayne being a better receiver. Like,
Pure route runner. Like,
yeah, route runner was
yeah.
insane, dude. Like
Hines Ward's hands and physicality, like body
yes,
possession.
That's what I always remember. I
was
remember
dominant.
I remember all the highlights, and I remember him just like
Yeah.
fucking blocking dudes out.
but
the damn
like
club.
getting open in the zone and like a technical route runner, Reggie Wayne was better. But like they both were 2 different prototypes.
Darren Woodson too is the one that I really like.
no,
Dude,
yeah,
so
for
fucking
sure.
good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, those 11 years with the Cowboys.
They'll put a special teams guy in, and Vinatieri's in. He's
should,
first ballot. Yeah.
And then what about Marshall Yonda, Darren Woodson, or Vince Wilfork are like the other three that I'm like, that's hard. Dude.
Vince Wilfork and Marshall Yonda are like squash. Like those two were so dominant.
or Luke Kuechly, man.
I
Luke
understand. Luke
Kuechly-
Kuechly's in for me.
Luke Kuechly's lack of longevity is what hurts.
It's
him,
the
dude.
linebacker position. Patrick
It
Wilson's
is,
the same, but
it is.
maybe he'll have to wait. But I think that like how dominant he was for 10 years.
But
he's
I
in.
mean, we're talking about the linebacker position. Terrell Suggs played 15 fucking years.
Oh, Terrell Suggs is probably in.
Well, that's like 7 players, dude.
Can we look?
we can
no,
look
that's-
at 5,
no,
right?
For me, I had
we only get 5, right? Am I right?
Vinatieri.
Crazy?
Yeah,
okay.
Vinatieri's in. Gates is in. Kuechly's in. Terrell
Ward?
Suggs. I don't know if I'm not putting Hines Ward in. Terrell Suggs and one of these old heads could get into the like
Fucking
Richmond
Ricky-
Webb. I
Ricky
don't really
Waters.
know. Yes. Darren Woodson could get in though. It's interesting. There's so many good players, man. Vince Wilfork, I don't think gets in. Marshall Yonda, I think does. Like him and Wilfork both deserve it, but I don't know if they get in first. Like I don't know if they get in here. Earl Thomas won't get in. He's got some time.
He shouldn't.
Fred
yeah.
Taylor won't get in. He's got some time. Even though he's probably like a fucking 6-time semifinalist. Yeah.
Fucking Steve Wisniewski.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. That's kind of surprising.
Rodney
He's only been,
Harrison?
semifinalist twice.
4-time semifinalist probably won't get in. James Harrison probably won't get in.
Rodney Harrison, dude. James Harrison is a fucking freak.
He was a freak. He was
Still
such a
is,
neck
dude.
roll run stopper, dude. And still made plays. in
Dude,
passing
Jared
game.
Allen, too, is somebody we need to talk about.
Yeah,
Incredible
he's
DN,
okay.
man.
Who has more sacks, Jared Allen or Robert Mathis? I'm going to
Probably
say
Robert Mathis.
It's
Then again, Robert
close.
Mathis was playing.
It's close.
He was playing linebacker a little bit too, so he was
He
always
was-
he
he
was
was-
always an edge rusher.
Yeah, but he
Dropped into coverage though. I mean,
he was an edge rusher, man.
Jared Allen was always a fucking edge rusher.
Yeah, and so was Robert Mathis. Like Robert Mathis was rarely going to pass
I feel
coverage,
like
but
it might be Robert Mathis dude on the side.
I don't know. I really don't know. Jared Allen was insane, but Robert Mathis was consistent.
All right, let's see if we can find this out.
But Jared Allen was like making sacks for like all kinds of teams: the Vikings, the Chiefs, the Panthers. I mean, I think it's probably Jared Allen.
Terrell Suggs had
He's in top 10, right?
more sacks than both of them. He's number 8.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying he's in.
Fucking 139.
He's in
Holy
for me,
shit,
yeah,
that's so
he's
many
in.
sacks, dude. Jared Allen number 12 at 136.
He's probably in over.
Robert Mathis at 123.
Okay.
So he's 20.
Okay. That sounds about right. Yeah, I would put Allen in over Mathis, but it was close.
Terrell Suggs. That's a bad motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, he's in.
Bruce Smith. That's a fucking name right there, dude.
Oh, yeah, for the Bills?
Yeah.
Like top 2 sacks in history?
Will the Bills ever do it with Josh Allen?
Damn, that's a
sad question almost, ain't it?
I think
If you're a Bills fan, you fucking love Josh Allen.
Oh yeah. Oh,
you love
yes,
Josh Allen.
Yes. He
Like-
brought you from the depths of nothing.
Like, as a Bills fan, you love Josh Allen more than Chiefs fans love Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Because
okay.
Patrick
That's a loaded
Mahomes is a
That's
hateable
a
guy.
loaded statement for sure. Because
Patrick Mahomes is a hateable
Patrick
guy.
Mahomes, like the Chiefs have brought on a lot of honeysuckle phony fans.
True.
So like it makes you think like the OG like fucking Chiefs fans, they love that dude. You know they love that
they
dude
do,
just
yeah,
as
for
much.
sure.
But the problem is all the honeysuckle phony
And
fans
not
get
to
in the way.
mention, though, Patrick Mahomes is just fucking annoying as fuck.
He's a good leader. He's a even
But you
better
see,
quarterback.
Josh Allen just seems like a fucking dude I would want to sit down and drink a beer with.
Josh Allen.
It's probably because he's in Buffalo, too. All the Buffalo fans I'd sit and drink a beer with.
Josh Allen is kind of like the new age Brett Favre in a way. Like he's just so.
I'm not going to do him like that.
No, Brett Favre's a Hall
That's
of Famer.
great. That's
won,
fucking amazing.
Won a Super Bowl.
No, it's amazing.
He better
but-
hope that he will be Brett Favre.
But the energy he brings isn't that.
I think it is.
No,
I
it's
think
not
it's
like
just
your dick
so
depiction. Dude, you got to.
Dude, have you seen some of his tweets from
Have
back
you
in the
seen
day?
his dick?
Have you seen some of his tweets from back in the day? They're like very edgy.
They are edgy.
But
I like Josh. I like Josh Allen. He's just like a fucking. He's
I
like a
do
laid back
too.
dude.
And I like Brett Favre. He's not as vocal as. It's not.
That's
as
what I
like,
like. That's what I like about it.
I
That's
don't
what,
know.
that's,
They're
that was the
both.
comparison
I don't know.
was
He's
going
pretty
for.
fucking vocal. I don't know. I like it. They're both gunslingers. Josh Allen definitely like
Josh
more
Allen got the
Cam
wheels,
Newton
dude.
esque, like
the wheels,
powering
man. It's a
through
big fuck.
goal lines. Yeah,
It's just nice to see a quarterback that shuts the fuck up and just goes out there and beats the Chiefs.
just balls.
Just beats the Chiefs, you know.
I know.
It's really nice. It's really fucking nice.
So what do you
dude.
think happens, man, on the AFC side?
Oh man,
Chiefs, Bills, Chargers are looking good right now. I honestly, we'll get to it tomorrow on Sunday Night Football. I know this will come out like later on this week, and Sunday will have
Ravens.
already happened. But I think that Chargers Ravens game,
that's big.
I could see the Chargers winning that
Oh
game.
yeah, I'm okay with that. It's in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah. If it's in Baltimore, I give me Baltimore all day. But
It is not in Baltimore. It's at the Chargers.
I think that makes it, very interesting. Those head coaches are going to be trying so hard to outthink each other that it's going to look weird. And the play calling is going to be like, why did you not give it to Henry on 4th and 1?
You give it to Patrick
Or whatever,
Ricard.
you know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to
Patrick
try.
Ricard's throwing passes.
They're going to be.
It's gonna be
They're going
so
to try
stupid.
so hard to outcoach each other that the game's going to look so goofy.
I
And
think it's going to look amazing.
it could.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
one of
it's
the
going to
most
be.
fun
It is.
games,
That's what
dude.
makes me excited
The
about
Har
it.
Bowl.
The Har Bowl.
Hard dog and hard dog.
Just dogging down.
Just dogging out. Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Fucking
But,
Giro out there.
But yeah, man. So you got the Chargers, I think, that are going to be kind of like not a dark horse because they're a playoff team right now and they're heating up. They're kind of like South Carolina in the fact that like they kind of lost a little bit early in the season, but they have an identity. It's run the ball, play tough defense, and like a quarterback that's efficient. Well, on top of good coaching.
For sure. Wait, you talking about the Chargers?
Chargers, yeah.
They didn't lose that many. I mean, they've only lost 3 games.
Yeah, they lost those games earlier, though, is what I'm saying. South Carolina only lost 3 games. Lost them early. They have an identity. They want to run the ball. They want to be efficient through the air. And they want to stifle and, like, slow teams down on offense. I really like what the Chargers are doing. I don't think the Bengals will make it to the playoffs.
Sorry, I dropped a thumbtack. I don't want to step on it.
That's a good move. I don't think the Bengals make the playoffs. They're too inconsistent. They're not tough enough. The defense is too.
They haven't won enough games. Can we add that in there?
Yeah, because of all these reasons that I'm saying. But they have heated up and they look like a playoff team, but they just can't finish
win
games because they're poorly coached.
Well,
They are
Zach
Herbert
Taylor-
with Staley.
Oh no! Don't
Yes,
do that.
I'm doing it. I'm
Don't
doing
do
it.
that. Because Herbert didn't have those weapons either with Staley.
He did have Keenan Allen and Mike Williams,
yeah,
who
he
was
didn't have fucking Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Austin
though, and-
Eckler too.
Yeah, Austin Eckler. The one
I'm not
year
saying
they had a
which
chance.
one's better. I'm not arguing that one's better than the other. I'm just saying that it's closer than we think.
In Joe Burrow's defense, comparing him to Justin Herbert threw like 3 interceptions to the Jags in that one playoff game.
Herbert's had his bad. I mean, Burrow's had his bad games too.
He has.
And both of them have shined. I've always said that
Burrow is also the man that fucking just shut the Chiefs out for like 2 years. I just shut him out, dude.
and the refs bailed him out again from beating him.
I know, dude.
That was the most bogus call.
That was crazy.
It was dude was fighting for the ball, going up,
straight for the
trying
ball.
to make a play.
Just because he goes for the ball first.
Yeah, makes a little bit of contact. I mean, what you can't play.
It wouldn't be
It's
if it's not
unbelievable.
offensive pass interference when the wide receiver does it. It shouldn't be defensive pass interference when the
Absolutely, both
Then it doesn't.
players should have the ability to fight for the ball. It's the same freedom, you know, and it just doesn't seem like it's like that, especially in the NFL. I hate the spot foul call.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah.
College has it right with like a 15-yard penalty on both sides. That's fair.
Oh yeah, they have it absolutely right.
Yeah, NFL needs to like get behind it, and I don't. You know, the NFL is so mad that college found the best overtime rules and they didn't, and they can't
Yeah, why
go there
don't they
because they'll
just-
look like copycats.
Why not? Why not just copy them?
Good question.
You know how great that would be?
Because
You know how great it would be if we could have those rules in overtime for NFL?
I love the overtime rules for college the way they are because college is emotional. It's not necessarily gimmicky, but it's just like this wild sense. College football's wild, but for the pros, I love sudden death. I love you had 4 quarters to get it done. I love that your defense still needs to be held accountable. I love that. I mean, you had the whole game to get this done. You know what? This is a sudden death. The first team to score wins.
The field goal.
The field goal does make you like, that sucks, but
Because these kickers are so good.
at this point,
All right, hold on. How about this?
okay, that's true.
How
that's
about
a good
this? How
argument.
about
The
this?
kickers can kick it from the 50.
How about this? It's sudden death, but we get rid of all domes.
I like that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you might be able to kick it, but guess what, buddy? It's February.
You're a Lambo.
It's January, dude. The snow is coming down.
Dude, how about the fucking
Jameis
Browns
Winston. Jameis
Steelers
Winston,
game?
dude.
I love it.
I told you. I
love it.
told you that was going to be a game they would win.
The horses are ready for battle. What's
And
he
victory
saying?
comes through the
And
Lord.
victory comes through the Lord. CTE reverse from
Yeah,
fucking
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown is so accurate.
Somebody said he's got BTE. Best time ever.
He's just out there like.
He just loves it, dude. He's so
And
grateful.
it was so weird is that
he earned
his
him crab legs.
personality used to be so you could tell so like pressed on all the expectations were getting to him. One of the first overall pick or second, whichever one, him or Mariota. I think it was him, but I can't remember. And now it's just like he knows his role. He's having the time of his fucking life out there.
Dude, he's playing good.
He's playing good.
Gunslinger.
They should have had him in.
Except for whenever he lost 31-14 to the Saints.
I think the reason why Stefanski hadn't got fired is because the whole time Stefanski probably wanted to move on from the quarterback and the
Which one?
owner, Watson,
Yeah.
and wanted to and the owner just had too much money invested and he had to play it out because he couldn't. When you got that much money, you make a $245 million guarantee.
Would you ever pay that man?
Because the Browns are desperate. Do you see the fan base? Are they the greatest fan base in the NFL right now? It was 2-8 on the road, projected to get blown out in the fucking cold, and the place was fucking packed on a Thursday. They don't have it
That's
for
right.
teams just rolling. I've seen Kansas City fans, when it's snowing, it'll be like a Thursday, and like the nosebleeds are pretty thin. Like the hardcore fans are there, but like the nosebleeds are pretty thin.
I mean, dude, Joe Thomas.
Joe
Hall
Thomas.
of
Joe
Famer.
Thomas. Yes, left tackle. He's
Yeah, for
nominated?
the Browns. Last year, no, he won. He made it. Last
That's
year,
right.
first
That's right.
ballot.
Okay, he
First
should have been.
ballot,
He
yeah.
should have been first ballot. He should have been first ballot. He went 12 years, didn't say a fucking word with the worst team in arguably the NFL history.
Let's see who won. Let's see who made it.
Blocking and giving so much time and shutting down so many phenomenal edge rushers, only for his quarterback to turn it over or throw it into the fucking dirt. and he lost. I don't know if he had ever had a winning season. He might. No, I take that back. He did have a winning season with Derek Anderson and Braylon Edwards, and Kellen Winslow Jr. with the running back was Jamal Lewis. They won and went to the playoffs, and Derek Anderson was a playoff Pro Bowl quarterback that year.
So it's not 5 Hall of Famers. It's 4 to 9 players.
4 to 9?
4 to 9. Between 4 and 9. How the fuck does that work?
That's weird. I bet, I don't know.
Because last year it was Rondé Barber.
Should have been in most tackles.
Don Coryell.
Okay.
Chuck Howley.
Yeah.
Joe Klecko.
Darrell
Revis.
Darrell Revis was all-time great. He's top
Ken Riley.
5. Yeah.
And these next 3 are fucking great. Joe Thomas, Zach Thomas, and DeMarcus Ware.
Zach Thomas, dude.
Dude, fucking awesome. For the Dolphins, right?
Yes. Was a tackling neck roll, just like 5'9".
Yeah, fucking big white boy. Fucking
he was like Maurice
boy.
Jones-Drew of the linebacker position, just like slow gravity, neck roll, linebacker who was just a run stopper. And a great leader for your defense.
I love that coaches can get into the Hall of Fame.
I do too.
That's a fucking excellent.
But they who was nominated this was
I don't think any. They're not in the semifinals anyway.
Okay. It'll be interesting. I think Bill Belichick gets a call.
Yeah, when it's time.
Yeah, I think so.
He hasn't technically retired yet.
Do you think Jerry Jones has the gumption to hire a dominant coach like that? Because all his coaches in the past that he's hired
are
spineless jellyfish.
Who was the guy before Mike McCarthy? The fucking dumb shit.
Jason Garrett.
Yeah, I can picture him. His fucking stupid face right now.
He had Jimmy Johnson, who won him 2 Super Bowls with Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin.
It's crazy.
And arguably the greatest offensive line that's ever been. And he couldn't get out of the way because Jimmy Johnson was getting more credit than Jerry Jones was.
Minnesota up 22-16, Arizona State up 21-3, and Kansas up 23-14.
The BYU Arizona State game is really not that big for us because BYU is going to if they lose, Arizona State passes us, but BYU falls. And if BYU wins, BYU stays and Arizona just doesn't pass. It's kind of like 1 for 1.
Arizona might pass us.
But I'll take Arizona State winning because we do have the chance of them not passing us. But with the way this game's going, they kind of need to put up 50. But yeah, Zach Thomas was unbelievable, man.
Darrell Revis also.
Yeah. I mean, him and Champ Bailey are the 2 greatest DBs I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Those 2 had arguably the greatest shutdown years in history.
We're watching some right now, dude. Quinyon Mitchell.
Quinyon Mitchell's
fucking rookie.
Killing it, dude.
He's got 100 yards against him all year.
Killing it. Him, Sneed from the Titans. He's been a little banged up this year, but he's been dominant in recent history.
Sneed.
Yeah, Ladarius Sneed. Obviously, Patrick Surtain is probably the best in the league right now. I think that him and Sauce Gardner too is, Sauce Gardner's kind of taking a hit because of his offense has kind of been so shitty.
Yeah, well.
You take shorter fields. You got to, the offense is just killing the Sauce Gardner and.
Trying to see these yards against.
There's been some great DBs this year, but yeah, the AFC is going to be interesting because I think it's between the Ravens, the Bills, the Chiefs. I think that's what everyone thinks. I think that's betting odds. Chargers have a chance to maybe get a chance to prove themselves. They probably fall short.
Let's go pull up I'm going to pull up my prediction.
Okay.
I'll just pull up my top.
I think mine's downstairs.
I'll just pull up my top 7 in each.
I remember mine though. I think I had Miami in the Jets in.
All right.
That's my biggest misses.
Let's go look.
I wanted to put the Chargers because I hated putting the Jets in because it felt weird.
AFC, I have Ravens at 1, Chiefs at 2, which is still very possible.
I had that.
But the Ravens are, 3 or 4?
Me and you had the almost identical other than the Chargers and Jets.
Houston at 3, that'll be a lot. That's still
that's still there, yeah.
Miami at 4.
I had Miami at 4 too.
And I had Cincinnati at 5, the Chargers at 6, and Buffalo at 7.
I had that too.
I thought you had the Jets.
I had the Jets at 7 instead of the Chargers. That was the only difference in AFC. And I think our NFC was exactly the same.
NFC, San Fran at 1, Detroit at 2.
Yeah.
San Fran might not even make it.
They're 5-5.
They might not even make it, dude.
That
schedule is tough at the end of the year.
Yeah. I think they'll get it, but just because I think they'll win the division, maybe. Because the Rams and the Cardinals and Seattle ain't winning it. The Rams are too inconsistent.
Seattle's 5-5.
They ain't winning it. The defense is too pathetic. I just don't think they win it.
I don't disagree with you.
I mean, they have. I guess
I think they're the worst team in the division.
Like technically, they have just as much of a chance as the rest of the teams.
The problem is San Francisco.
They're banged up. If they lose this week, they're in the hole.
They're banged up, and they have a very tough schedule.
They do. It's brutal. I think. I guess it could go. Dude, Arizona's going to win the division. Their defense has been playing way better than expected, and yet here we go again, saying that DK Metcalf's a great start, which I still believe he is.
Let's redo it. Who do we have? Number 1 seed in the NFC. We're going Detroit.
Detroit, obviously.
Detroit, number 2. We're going Philly.
Philly, number 2.
They're 8-2 right now. About to play the Rams.
Yeah.
It's a big game.
Philly too. They're on the coattails of. They're kind of like putting some pressure on Detroit. Yeah.
They don't play this year, and I wish they did.
Yeah. They probably end up playing the NFC Championship.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Yeah, Detroit's 1, Philly's 2.
It'll be in Philadelphia because Detroit will drop a game.
I don't think they will.
Detroit still has some tough games coming up.
I don't care. They'll be favored in all of them.
Let's go look.
They'll be favored in all of those games. There's no easier bet tomorrow than Detroit -7 against Indy. Bet fucking put 1,000 on it.
All right, Detroit.
They're gonna blow them out. It's gonna be 17
to -7.
Yeah, Jags was -14, and they blew and they covered that.
We can move on from that. The Lions versus the Bears. Yeah, all right, whatever. Lions and Packers in Detroit. Divisional game.
They'll be favored.
Probably gonna win.
Could lose.
Lions versus Bills in Detroit.
Bills, Bills rush defense versus that Russian offense. I feel sorry for the Bills defense.
Do you?
Yeah.
The Bills just shut down Jonathan Taylor last week.
That ain't the same offense, dude.
Shut down Kareem Hunt.
That shit is not the same offense.
It's not.
You can load the box up and just who gives a fuck about Anthony Richardson? Jared Goff will carve you up.
Yeah, for 5 interceptions.
One game, he threw 4 touchdowns last week.
Because that's the first
dude,
game.
come on. Why are you defending this? You know that Jared Goff will carve you up.
Sat the box.
Buffalo's not stopping that rushing attack.
Oh, I don't disagree, but they are physical, and it's a cold
They're like
game.
top 5, bottom 5 in rushing yards right now. They're not stopping that.
They were.
They're playing horrible against the rush. Only reason it's slightly been ticking up is because they haven't faced anybody as near as.
They just played Kareem Hunt and Jonathan Taylor.
Dude,
shut them both down.
Okay, well, good for them. They'll shut. Okay, so you heard it here first. They'll shut down the line.
I'm just saying, it's not a lock. It's not a lock.
I think
in that
it
game.
is. I mean, that's a playoff game. It could go either way.
Exactly.
Like, that's a Super Bowl matchup.
Game, yeah.
But like, I
the
think
Lions
that
should be favored.
The Lions will be favored. That's my point.
But the Lions against the 49ers on the road.
Lions against. I think Lions.
If the 49ers are healthy, that's the problem.
No, they're not going to get healthy.
That's the thing, though. Those are tough games to play.
Tough games.
You know what helps them a lot?
But if the Lions drop a game, Philly drops a game.
You know what helps Lions a lot is that they have 2 really good running backs.
And the identity, and then you can't when you try your hardest to stop that, you have the best route runner in the league, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league, and Jared Goff. I know. Don't forget that they draw up like 5 deep plays for Jameson Williams, and he connects on one every week.
Not every week.
Okay, hair splitter.
It's
a couple games.
Weeks.
Yeah, but you know what? You're so dialed in on the running game, stopping the running game, that you're gonna give that shit up over the top.
That same team lost to the Bucks. That same team can lose a game anywhere, and just like you said, the Eagles, yeah, for sure.
They've lost a game this year.
They have lost a game this year.
Yeah, I think they take the number 1 seed. I think Philly takes the second seed.
It's very possible. If I had to bet, I would say that too. But
I mean, yeah, it's the NFL. They could drop a game to the Bills, but you know what?
Baby.
The fucking Eagles could easily drop a game
has a tough schedule,
especially down Devontae Adams or Devontae Smith this week.
Well, Detroit and Philly also plays the Rams, Baltimore, and the Steelers coming up.
Tough schedule, but they end with like 2 great, like Giants,
the Giants, the Cowboys,
the
Giants
yeah.
Again.
Oh man, that's amazing.
No, we already played the Giants.
No, you've already played the Giants.
Yes,
it's Pittsburgh, Giants, Dallas, I think.
Yeah, something like that. It's great.
But Philly could get the number 1 seed.
Who wins NFC South? Atlanta, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay on 4-game losing streak,
but Mike
coming out of the bye
back.
healthy. Yeah.
I
think Atlanta's just on a skid right now too. How many games have they lost in a row?
Probably a lot. They've been playing terrible.
They're kind of. I mean,
they're playing awful. They got blew out by Denver.
Yeah, I mean it's Atlanta or the Bucks. I think the Bucks come out and they kind of
give me the Bucks. Yeah,
give me the Bucks.
The Falcons are 6-5. Bucks are 4-6. Falcons on a 2-game losing streak. Bucks on a 4-game. That's sad.
Yeah, it's just because they got banged
Bucks
up.
beat the Eagles and the fucking Lions.
Yeah, when they had Godwin and
Godwin, dude,
yeah,
that's a wild.
And the running backs are phenomenal.
Falcons on a bye this week. The Bucks have a chance to bring the game up one. Man, that's a tough one right there. Give me the Bucks to win that. Give me the Bucks at 4, and give me the
Falcons have got a 2-game lead.
give me the Rams at 3.
You think so?
Yeah, I think the Rams end up taking it.
I don't know, man. They definitely have shown signs that they can.
Yeah.
I think it's between the because if the 49ers lose tomorrow with their backup quarterback in 5 and 6, I don't think it's winning this division. Maybe you get in as a wild card if you
Purdy being out is
it
a
sucks.
problem, yeah.
Especially in a must win when you're about to go on a brutal physical stretch where your team's banged up.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's they can pull it out with the talent they have, but will they? I don't know. I don't think they do. I think that the Rams might win the division. It's between them and Arizona. Arizona just has a tendency to. It's Kyler Murray, dude.
It's Kyler Murray.
It's fucking Kyler Murray. James Conner is so rock solid steady. He's just fucking solid. Marvin Harrison is a rookie, and he is going to play like a rookie, a solid rookie.
For sure.
Trey McBride's a beast. James Conner's solid. But Kyler Murray he creates more pressure. He holds onto the ball. He misses open guys downfield because he presses.
You know what the problem is with the 49ers?
He can still make plays.
Oh, my God. It's Packers on the road, Bills on the road, Bears at home, Rams at home, Dolphins on the road, Lions at home, Cardinals on the road.
That's tough. That's all like
they can
neutral.
Lose out.
That's all like neutral or better teams. The Dolphins are a neutral team.
But it's on the road. That hurts.
That's tough. That's tough. Look at Lenore Sellers. Good God.
Good God.
Lenore Sellers will be a Heisman candidate next year.
Yeah, that's a fact. So will Arch Manning.
Oh, he will be for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's good. It's good to have that guy. It's good to have that guy in there.
What's the prediction to the
well, let's see the wild card.
Carolina Clemson game?
Oh,
Pain. Brutal
I said
KO.
31-17 for the Carolina and Missouri, and it was 34-30.
I think it's going to come down to a one-possession game, close, final drive.
That's what I was thinking. I'm calling 66 to 10. Carolina wins.
I'm feeling
oh wow.
I'm feeling 24-27. South Carolina wins.
You think we kick 2 field goals?
We're already not favored.
You think
it's like crazy. 4.5 or something like that. Yeah, that's what I said.
That's insane.
My buddy told me that the big he's the Carolina fan I deliver to.
Yeah.
He always goes, "What's up, Gamecock?" We talk. It's all Gamecock love. When I open the back door, it's like, he's like, "Told you we winning now, boy." He said it like 3 weeks ago. I was like, "You're kind of crazy. We got some tough." He's like, "We're winning out." But
it's because of that dude right there.
It is because of that dude right there.
Oh God. Anyways,
yeah, pull up the spread just to see real quick. I know we got a little off topic from NFL, but I want to go back to NFL. But I just kind of want to see what it opened up as because I think it's like 4.5. Shane Beamer's going.
Sorry, I just saw the one from last year, and that made me confused.
It was like, what?
7.5.
More than I thought.
That was last year. That was last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's hard to find.
Doty keeps making boneheaded plays. He's undisciplined. You can tell. I don't know what he's doing off the field, but
I missed that play. What happened?
He held. It was kind of a little bullshit, but he was looking for the wheel route. Oh, I like the block and release, but
yeah,
do shit.
The wrong read.
Yeah, it was. But I think Lions #1 seed. They're just playing too good right now. They're going to be favored in every game, and I think that's fair. And I think they're going to pull those out. Everybody's going to drop a game. That's what's going to happen. I mean, nobody's like. I mean, there might be a team that win out, and it's probably the Lions if they do. But they could easily drop a game, like you said. But so could Philly, and I think Philly gets the #2 spot. The #3 spot, you were saying we got the Rams or the Bucks, Falcons. I think the Falcons being up 2 games is this is a good run. Oh my God, he's a beast.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The Bucks being down 2 games is is not good. But them coming out of the bye with Evans is I see
and,
the path
and the
of
Falcons are on a
hopefulness.
bye. I mean, if they win this week, they'll be behind one game.
Yeah, that's true. But and Baker was in all of those games. That's what makes it feel weird because a 4-game losing streak doesn't sound like how they've been playing. You know?
Yeah, but let's look at who they were playing too.
I know it was the they had who they have last. They had like the Chiefs and they had a lot of good teams. I can't remember who it was, but you have Sanders wide open. You also have Nick Harbor. Cheers.
That's good, man. Cheers. Yeah.
Had the slot.
49ers last week, then the Chiefs, and then it was the Falcons. They lost by 5, and then it was the Ravens.
That's tough.
They got swept by the Falcons. That really hurts.
Yeah, so the Falcons probably going to win it. I mean, that's the reason why they're down 2 games.
Yeah, I mean that's not
that's
the real
big
yeah.
though. That's big.
That is the reason though. That is the reason.
But when we're looking at splitting hairs between those 2 teams, and that team's already kind of proven that they are better. They might just prove that they're better.
The Falcons look horrible.
They do. The past few games have looked bad.
Especially against Denver.
Kirk Cousins
tough defense,
is like
but he does not look good.
Yeah, against tough defenses, he folds.
Yeah, he does.
Physical defenses, he folds, man.
Sure.
He clams up.
Damn. Vagina reference.
Yeah. Sure.
Clams up. Sorry.
I think the Rams.
I had Dallas at 5, so that was wrong.
I had them at 5.
Give me Arizona at 5.
I don't hate it. They're playing good. Defense is playing great. Offense, it's just Kyler Murray.
I had Green Bay at 6. I'm going to keep Green Bay at 6.
I'm with you. I think Green Bay ends up being the best.
No. What are we doing?
Green Bay at 5?
Number 5 is going to be the Washington Commanders.
I think it might be Green Bay. What's the record between the 2?
Commanders only have 3 losses, I'm pretty sure.
I think they have 4, don't they?
They might after
they lost to Chicago. No, they won Chicago. They should have lost. That's so funny. They lost to
NFC playoff picture. Let's look at that.
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
I was calling for the Commanders to be at 5 to finish it though.
Okay, I don't hate that.
Commanders 7-4, Packers 7-3.
I think the Packers will get that 5 spot.
Packers still have a bye.
And the only reason is because Lions will win the division.
Well, the Packers play San Francisco this week.
They're going to win that game.
They should win that game.
They're going to win the game.
They should win that game.
They should.
But do you know who the backup is for the 49ers?
Allen's going to play, but Josh Dobbs, you said the other day, right? But he's not going to get any playing time, maybe.
It needs to be Josh Dobbs.
It needs to be. And the West Coast,
the Vikings are 8-2.
That's so
at
crazy.
The 5 seed.
That's so crazy.
The Vikings are 8-2 at the 5 seed. The Packers are 7-3 at the 6 seed.
Oh, so crazy.
Lions 9-1.
Sam Darnold, the credit to Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah,
Kevin O'Connell deserves the award right now. Who Coach of the Year? Is it Kevin O'Connell? Or is it
just Dan Campbell again?
Fuck, right? Or is it Washington's coach? I forget the coach's name.
I think of Dan Quinn. He's the offensive
No,
coordinator.
he's No, Dan Quinn. Defense coordinator, yeah.
Sorry. Offensive coordinator is Cliff Kingsbury.
That's right. Zach Ertz is going to have a role.
Jesus. Or is it who?
Who I just said. What's it called?
Ron Rivera?
No. Yeah, I don't know who the coach is now. I can't remember. I'll know when I hear the name, but I can't think of it.
Oh, Dan Quinn's the head coach.
Dan Quinn's the head coach?
I thought he was a defensive coordinator, too.
I thought he was a D coordinator.
Dan Quinn, there
he
you
is
go.
he is a D coordinator. Just defense might have damn. That's crazy. Yeah, he's he knows how to coach.
Defense coordinator is Joe Witt Jr.
Okay,
cool. That guy.
That's interesting. Yeah, I forgot that Dan Quinn was the head coach. That's crazy.
Yeah, me too.
They haven't been playing as good. They played poorly against the Bears. Got bailed out. They lost to
another one that was poorly played and they won.
Yeah. Can we pull up the schedule?
Yeah, man. I can do that right now.
Nice.
Or I can't. All right,
I think
schedule.
I forget about the Vikings because we keep projecting the Vikings to lose. Like we
I
keep
know,
waiting
I
on them to just
know.
fall on their face, and they keep winning.
The Bears.
And because they're well coached, they have a quarterback that's a veteran at this point.
The Bengals game.
The best
wow.
receiver in the league, an efficient running back. T.J. Hawkins is he was great. And honestly, Jordan Addison, if they had like a legit like top-tier quarterback, Jordan Addison, if he could stay out of his fucking bullshit outside of NFL. Like,
oh, my God, dude.
stop speed racing. Stop like, getting pulled over for being drunk, whatever. Stop the bullshit.
Stop running people over.
He could be a top 20 receiver.
Was he? Are we sure he didn't play at Georgia?
Oh, my God, I know. Quit being involved in police. With the police. Yeah, he could be this T. Higgins, Devontae Smith. Help me with these wide receiver twos. Waddle when the offense is cooking. Not this year's not bad comparison this year, but
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs still
was
had
insane.
He was killing it out of the slot.
Tank Dell last year.
Tank Dell
was a good wide receiver too.
The ankle injury has set him back a little bit, I think.
Yeah, what's some good wide receiver twos? Chris Godwin.
Oh yeah,
that's great this year. Who's the wide receiver one this year?
I didn't believe in Chris Godwin either. I didn't think his technical route running.
Darnell Mooney.
Darnell Mooney's playing great.
How about that one? We're talking about wide receiver twos.
Yeah, definitely. That's a
who are you comparing?
good play.
Who are you comparing?
Shit. I was comparing him to Higgins, Waddle, Smith. What's his AMSR? What is it?
ASMR.
Eating a fucking pickle, slurping on it. So gross.
That's not a good way to drink it.
If you're still with us after that, thank you. I appreciate it. Dude, Carolina 28-9. Let's make a play. Let's get a defensive turnover here.
Oh, good tackle though. Yeah, who was we talking about?
Drum roll. Wide receiver 2. This hasn't been a wide receiver 2.
Jordan Addison.
Thank you.
Yeah,
he could be. He could be that. He's
Dude,
that good.
Well, hold on now.
He's
Hold
that
on.
good.
Last year, his numbers were insane.
Insane with Kirk Cousins. It was Darnell Mooney-esque. When he was healthy, he got injured a lot, and I think he might have got suspended, probably. It seems like he's always suspended at some point.
I want you to guess.
I'm going to say
hold on. Let's
go
receiving yards. We're going to go 999. Did he have more?
I'm going to say less with you going less than 1,000.
It's more.
Okay, I was going to say 1,006.
It's 911.
Okay, I was going to say 1,006.
I had to trick you twice. All right, let's go receptions. We're going to say
I hit like 65.
I was going to say 75 over or under.
Yeah, under.
He had 70.
Yeah.
Touchdowns. Let's gonna go.
Did he have like 8 or something? He had like 10 or something. He
Yeah,
had like something
he had
crazy.
10
Yeah.
touchdowns.
Hit 10?
Hit 10 touchdowns.
Hit a lot. Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, 900 receiving yards, 70 receptions, and 10 touchdowns.
That's solid for your first season.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking
Great.
good.
Yeah,
that's
that's
pretty
pretty
fucking
fucking
good. He had Justin Jefferson out.
Oh, pick!
Oh, you suck, Kilgore.
He ever pursued.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. What? What number's Kilgore?
17? He's
He's
a teens.
Is he?
Yeah. I think he's in the teens. It's like 13 or 17.
Yeah, Jordan Addison just
He could be
last
something.
year. He's just not that guy.
He seems like he's going to be a guy who gets in his own way. Doesn't he?
I get why he's upset because they just run the ball all the time. That's all they do is run the ball.
Offense is efficient and smart, and Kevin O'Connell's a good coach.
Yeah, I
like,
get why he's
you know?
upset. I get it.
He's
Because
just a
last
diva
year they
receiver.
weren't that way, and he was getting crazy numbers.
Yeah, I think he's a cancer in the locker room. It seems like
you're right.
You don't want guys like that, sadly. Even though the talent's there, Jordan Addison has all the talent in the world.
Not all of it, apparently, because he only has
Yeah,
24 catches for 359 yards, 3 touchdowns.
That's all he has this year? Yeah. God, so bad. Jalen Naylor's got more than that, probably. I feel like.
Oh, I'm going to guarantee you.
Definitely more touchdowns, right? He had like 4 or 5 touchdowns, I feel like.
On the year, he has more touchdowns, less receiving yards, less receptions.
Okay, I was all right about the touchdowns.
Good job.
Thanks. Check out the Sunday show.
Check out that.
These
Check
aren't
out
the
that
only
check out
times
that
we're
on
getting
the
these numbers right.
Yeah,
all
that's
right?
true. That's very true. Josh Downs, a great wide receiver, too.
Yes.
Or wide receiver 1.
Sack.
Who's? I mean, he's the wide receiver 1, let's be honest.
He is the wide receiver 1, but I think Josh Downs is
a wide receiver
a
2.
wide receiver 2, yeah. Top 24, probably.
Holding on the offense. We decline that.
Should. Can we take a break? I need to take a piss break.
Yeah, sure, man.
We'll be back.
We'll be back, guys. What did we leave off with?
I don't even remember.
No, I don't either. I don't know. I was just saying it because you said it 4 times before I went.
Yeah, this is a big game for Carolina. I mean, not big game, but we all knew they were going to win it. But
but we needed them to.
They
What
needed
about the AFC side? AFC side of the
yeah,
ball.
we were going over the NFC.
Chiefs 1,
Yeah.
Ravens 2.
I think the Chiefs
Drop him another one.
and maybe Buffalo takes them over.
Oh man, Buffalo looks fucking good.
Yeah, they
dude.
do. Oh, look at that. That looks good too.
Who is that? Larvity.
Damn, South Carolina looking good right now.
They ballet out of control.
Yeah, I think Buffalo ends up with the number 1 seed. I think who's Kansas City playing this week?
Panthers. Damn, it's a fucking upset alert.
It kinda is.
Dude, I ain't playing.
It kinda is.
I'm not playing. It's a trap game.
Uh,
This is college football. You know what's a real trap game? It's
I'm not
Alabama
calling. I
versus
wouldn't
Oklahoma.
put my money on that.
I just want to let you know it's 6-16 right now. Oklahoma, Alabama. Oklahoma is a trap game for Alabama
Oh, for sure,
because they're 14-point favorites on the road.
Ooh,
That just feels wrong.
That feels like murky, like foggy.
Like either
You
they're
know, when you
gonna,
drive to work, you can only see like 10 feet ahead of you because the fog's like really cakey,
either they're
or
gonna
thick.
get muffed
That's
or
kind of what
get
that is.
muff
Ah, get muffed.
or get muff. One of the two.
Jesus. Yeah, I think Alabama could definitely lose this week.
Let's
but
go. Let's do blind rankings for AFC. We're gonna go not blind rankings. I'm just gonna close my eyes and say it's blind rankings.
Okay, I think that Buffalo takes over the AFC. I think that they are building and gaining steam and trending
They're the
up.
better team.
And I think that Kansas City's trending down. I think that the move for Hopkins hasn't really panned out yet how we thought it would. He had a one spike game. Outside of that, he's been playing his snap percentages have been trending down because Juju's back in for some reason. That takes away from Hopkins, it seems like. I think Kareem Hunt can win this game and will win this game for them. On top of the good coaching and the efficient Patrick Mahomes making plays to Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and the Noah Gray has been.
They play the Panthers, then they play the Raiders, then they play the Chargers at home. That sucks at home. Then they play the Browns on the road. Hear me
Oh,
out.
Jameis, we need you.
Then they play the Texans
The horse
at
is
home.
ready for battle.
Dude, the horse is ready for battle. The victory's won for the Lord. Then they play the Texans at home,
Yeah. Okay. Could lose that.
and they play the Steelers on the road.
Give me.
Then they play the Broncos on the road. Give me the Broncos to close it out for us.
They already had their chance. Watch them. They're gonna lose by.
I was in Kansas City though.
I know, but the Broncos are playing good football.
That was
man.
in
They
Kansas
shoulda
City before
won
the bye week with the
that.
rookie quarterback.
Sean Payton's up at night every night thinking about that loss. He
All
needed
right.
that one. He coached very well.
Give me the Bills at the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I think so too. That's a tough ride for Kansas City.
You're gonna love this. Give me the Chargers number 2 seed, man.
Oh, I'm gonna love that
Give it
because
to
I
me.
think that
Give it to
they're.
me.
I don't think
Give
they're
it to
there
me.
yet because I don't think.
Oh,
they
they're
have
there yet. They just beat the fucking Bengals.
Hey, but the Bengals are inconsistent.
Dude, come on. They're not inconsistent. They are very consistently
They're not well
losing
coached.
games.
They're not well coached.
They are very consistently putting up a lot of points and not stopping the offense.
Yeah, they're just not well coached. That's what
They
it is.
cannot stop. They cannot stop the other team from scoring points.
Joe Burrow doing all he can, man. That's a playoff team that just
Give me the
sadly
Chargers.
coaching has to. Good coaching can get you 3 or 4 wins.
No,
and
I'm sorry. You got to give the Chiefs the number 2 seed. It's going to happen.
I'm giving the Chiefs a 2 seed. Yeah.
And then give me the Ravens the 3 seed.
Yep.
And the 4 seed will be Houston. Or the 3 seed be Houston. Well, the Ravens dropped to the 4 seed.
No, I don't think so.
This schedule's tough.
Yeah,
The schedule's tough for Baltimore.
Yeah, I'll take Baltimore for the 3 seed, but it wouldn't upset me. I think it could happen. I think Texans could take the 3 seed. but
God, that's bad. They play the Chargers this week
that's tough.
on the road.
They could lose that game.
Then they play the Eagles next week at home.
They could lose that game. But 2 50-50 games.
They play the Giants. Yeah, that's a win. They play the Steelers again at home.
At home, I think they win. If it was on the road, I'm nervous anyway.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I would take. I would take them at
Then they
home.
play the Texans on the road.
That's a tough game
And then
too.
they play the Browns at home. Who they lost to.
Damn.
So they got the Chargers on the road. I think they fucking lose this game. I think they lose on Monday night.
I was just talking to you off air before we got started, talking about how the
I think-
Chargers will win.
I think they win against the Eagles. I've had the Eagles losing to them since the beginning of the season. It's in Baltimore.
Yeah, you got to find a loss for Philly somewhere, and it
Yeah,
feels like you
exactly.
might can find
Philly's
it there.
not going fucking 15-2.
Yeah.
So Philly loses that.
I think
got
they'll
us
drop a
going-
game, and I think the Lions will drop a game too.
We've got like the Rams, the Steelers, the Ravens, and then 2 other teams. I had us going 3-2 in those 5-game stretch. That's a great play.
Defense is nasty.
The Giants to win. I mean, dude, they could fucking
Yeah.
go 1-5 in those games, though.
I mean, they could. I don't think they will.
No, they won't.
They won't, but it could happen. Yeah.
They'll go 3-3, 4-2 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
4-2 is realistic. They'll probably beat the
4-2
Steelers,
is
probably beat the
solid.
Browns.
4-2 solid in that stretch, though.
Let's just say, let's call 3 wins right now. The Browns, the Steelers, and the Giants. That's 3 wins.
Yeah. And Steelers not guaranteed.
No, but it's at home for the Steelers and the Browns.
Yeah.
And they're split. That's a split
And
for both of them.
Russell Wilson does get clammy on the road.
Oh, yeah. Vagina reference. And then they beat the Giants on the road. That's an easy win.
Sure.
That's 3-3 if they lose the other 3. They're going to win one of those games.
Yeah.
They're going to beat either the Chargers, the Texans, or the Eagles. They might beat more. They might be
Yeah.
2. They could be 5-1. They could win out.
They could.
So give me the Ravens
At the 3 spot?
at the 3 spot.
I think
But
Chargers
let's look at that
5.
Texans schedule. The Texans schedule ain't that bad.
Nah, Texas are going to be the 4 seed. Could be the 3. That's definitely 3-4 right there with them. And
They play the Titans right now. Then they play the
That's a winner.
Jags. And they
That's a
play the
win.
Dolphins
that's a
at
win.
home.
I'll
They
take,
play the Chiefs on the road.
they'll lose that.
I've got them winning that game.
I hope they do.
Then they play the Ravens at home. And they play the Titans again.
If Nico
It's
Collins
fucking
can stay
4-2
healthy,
for the Texans.
4-2 of the Texans sounds right. They're well coached. D'Amico Ryans is a great coach. Damn, the Texans turned it around in like a year. That quick, they changed the culture. Pick.
Oh, come on.
You got to punt it. You got to punt it.
A dangerous ball and a double coverage.
Yeah, give me the Texans at the 4 spot. I think that's where I had them anyway. Maybe the 3 spot, but
Currently, the Texans are sitting at 7-4, and the Ravens are at 7-4. Give me the Texans, dude. Give me the Texans to take that spot because you got to
schedule's better for them.
You
for
gotta
sure.
think.
Jags and
We got to talk
Yeah.
about the Steelers because they're 8-3, dude. Let's talk about the Steelers right now.
yeah. Why are we acting like
The Ravens are going to win the division
Why are we acting like the Ravens are winning the division when they literally just lost?
because the Steelers just lost to the Browns
That's fair. That's fair.
on the road.
There's a lot of football left to be
Yeah,
played.
the Steelers also.
he muffed it. He muffed the punt.
Oh, come on, man. We don't do that. We can't do that. The Steelers play the Bengals on the road.
I think
That's a tough game,
I think
dude.
Cincinnati wins that
Wins,
game.
yeah.
I think Cincinnati wins that
Then they
game.
play the Browns at home. That's probably
That's
a
a
win.
win.
They play the Eagles on the road.
It's a
Give me
loss.
the Eagles there.
The Eagles, yeah.
Then they play the Ravens on the road.
It's a loss.
Then they play the Chiefs at home.
It's a win.
And then they play the Bengals at home. Dude, that's a tough schedule. Holy
Tough.
shit.
God, it's like,
I love the NFL,
it's like
man.
4 or 5 playoff games.
That's crazy, man. That's super crazy. Give me let's call it right now. We're gonna go number 1 is the Bills.
Yep.
Number 2, we got the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Number 3, give me the fucking Ravens,
Give me-
dude. The Steelers are not winning that division. Give me the fucking Ravens. Give me number 4, the Texans. The Ravens have the easiest schedule out of all those teams.
To the Ravens.
The Ravens have the easiest schedule. They play the Giants, then they play the Browns and Steelers at home.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm taking the Steelers, and I think that the secondary for Baltimore is a problem right now, and it's gonna cost them some games. I think it's gonna cost them some games.
Okay, so you're saying Steelers 3?
I'm
and
saying
Houston 4?
yes, yes.
I think the schedule is just too hard for the Steelers.
I don't hate it. It could definitely
I think
happen.
the
For
schedule's
sure.
too
I
hard.
want that to be right for my prediction from preseason, but
Yeah. Then number 5, give me the Chargers. Number 6,
I'll take
give me
Ravens,
the,
5.
Number 6, give me the Steelers. And number 7, this is the hard one because it's not going to be anybody from the AFC East. It's not going to be, oh my God, it's going to be the fucking Bengals, dude. Or the Denver Broncos.
I think it's gonna be Denver. Their defense is solid. They have an identity.
It's going to be the Bengals. So does
They're
the Bengals. The defense
very
is solid,
well
though.
coached.
I
Sean
love it,
Payton's a
man.
better coach than Zach Taylor.
Dude, I'm going to shit myself. You ready to end it?
Let's end it, dude. It's been fun.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Hall of Fame. Tune back in. We'll see you guys.
See you guys.